Day after day, there enters into the temple of death countless lives. Looking on this spectacle, the rest of them, those who remain, believe in themselves to be permanent and immortal. Can anything be more wonderful than this?
How do you go and tell someone that their family is just destroyed, that nobody's left? You know, everybody that was in the car with you is dead or about to die. My sister came in the room, finally, and I just looked at her. I said, Sissy, it's so bad. And I just held her. I said, you're Whitney, and you're Alex. And she's just screaming, no, 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 no. God, get me out of here. I said, and you're Caden. And I said, I don't know if Demetrius is going to live through the night. And I was just like, oh my God, please don't tell me any more names.
They walk in and they say, you have no kidney function. They slit your throat, put a tube in your jugular vein, and they're going to hook you to a machine. And you don't believe it's happening. I mean, it happened so quickly. There wasn't a build up to it. It's just, you don't have any kidney function. You don't have any kidney function, you die.
She said Vern did what his dad did. She didn't need to say he's committed suicide.
By the time I graduated from medical school, I was entirely left brain. I was your typical scientific doctor. I didn't believe in anything else. I wouldn't say I was agnostic. I believed in a God, but I didn't believe in much else. But as I began seeing patients and started seeing things and dealing with things that didn't have a scientific basis, I began to wonder about other things.
As I was experiencing hovering above my body and watched these people do this thing called saving my life, I remember just feeling how ridiculous it was. Like, what are you doing? I didn't get it. I was like, I don't understand. Why are you putting in all this effort?
All of a sudden, I was back in my body. It was like, bam!
I distinctly remember this old lady saying, when you're in your 30s, you will have something serious happen where you could either die or get better and go on. And it's your choice.
Most of us, if we knew we were going to die in the next minute, would be frantic, let's face it. Most of us would be terrorized. Oh, what about my friends? What about can I say goodbye? Well, the dog needs fed. Without realizing that all that is part of this world that's temporal.
When you lose something that's so important to you, or that you think is so much a part of you, it's natural you try to compensate for that.
I decided that I wanted to write a book about death for children because I had lost my husband to cancer about 2.5 years ago. And what I found was there was nobody to take care of someone in between the time that you're diagnosed and you're going to die and the time that you go to hospice.
There's a case law that addresses a particular situation, and here's the answer. There are statutes that answer questions, legal questions, which people may not understand, but there's law that addresses that. And then all of a sudden you come upon a situation where there's really no clear answer to a problem, and you're stumped. And it's not someone else's problem, it's your problem. And what's at stake is big, your life. What could be more at stake?
It's our own pursuit of life. Actually, it's not the pursuit of life, it's the pursuit of not dying that gets in our way of living.
Death, a necessary end when it will come, when it will come.
One of the most remarkable things is everybody in this whole existence is going to die.